part. Chapter 3. Okonkwo did not have the start in life that many young men had. He did not inherit a barn from his father. There was no barn to inherit. The story was told of how his father, Unoka, had gone to consult the oracle of the hills and the caves to find out why he always had a miserable harvest. People came from far and near to consult the oracle, who was called Agbala. They came when misfortune occurred, or to discover their future. The way into the shrine was a small round hole at the side of a hill. Worshippers and those who came to seek knowledge from the god crawled on their belly through the hole and found themselves in a dark space in the presence of Agbala. No one had ever beheld him, except his priestess, who stood by the sacred fire which she built in the heart of the cave. When Okonkwo was a boy, his father had gone to consult Agbala. The priestess then was a woman called Chika. She was full of the power of her god, and she was greatly feared. Unoka began his story. "Every year," he said sadly, "before I put any crop in the ground, I make a sacrifice to Ani, the owner of all land. I clear the bush and set fire to it when it is dry. I sow the yams when the rain has fallen and stake them when the young plants appear. I weed." "Hold your peace!" screamed the priestess, her voice terrible. "You have offended neither the gods nor your fathers. And when a man is at peace with his gods and his ancestors, his harvest will be good or bad according to the strength of his arm. You, Unoka, are known in all the clan for the weakness of your hoe. When your neighbors clear forests, you sow on tired farms that take no labor to clear. They cross 7 rivers to make their farms. You stay home and offer sacrifices. Go home and work like a man." Unoka was ill-fated. He had a bad she, and evil fortune followed him to his death. He died of the swelling that was hateful to the earth goddess. A man with the swelling in his stomach and limbs was carried to the evil forest and left there to die. The sickness was a horror to the earth, and so the victims could not be buried in the earth. He died and rotted away above the earth and was not given a burial. Such was Unoka's fate, and when they carried him away, he took his flute. Okonkwo neither inherited a barn, nor a title, nor even a young wife. In spite of this, he began, even in his father's lifetime, to lay the foundations of a prosperous future. It was slow and painful, but he threw himself into it like one possessed. Indeed, he was possessed by the fear of his father's shameful life and death. Look at the motif that is repeated, we've talked about. Then you need to start filling in the Venn diagram. What did we learn about Unoka's farming techniques?